What I have for us tonight, Paul, is I want to rank candies.
Oh, I'm okay.
All right.
I'm here for this.
So
I
let
like
me
candy.
let me
Okay.
share my screen with you. All right, and
Okay.
we can see if we can figure this out. Okay. So,
Okay.
uh, I'll lay down the ground rules here in a minute. How do I share my screen with you in Skype? You think I would know this?
There's a share screen button
There
in the
sure
bottom.
is. There
Mm-hmm.
sure friggin'
Mm-hmm.
is.
Yep.
I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but let's see if you can see it.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So I can't take full
Mm-hmm.
credit for this idea. This is an idea that's been around for a while now. You see streamers doing this kind of thing. And
Okay.
now that I'm fully vaccinated and we hit 100 episodes and I just don't eat a lot of candy anymore, I was kind of cruising the aisles at Walgreens while I was supposed to be hanging out there, looking at all the different candies that I can't eat. But I wanted to get us together here, and this whole tier maker thing, it kind of works like this. It's an interactive website where there's all these different things that you can rank. You can even make your own here. And the idea is that we're going to take these various candies that are on the screen here, and we're going to drag them into this tier, anywhere from F tier, which is garbage, all the way to S tier, which is like the highest tier. So it's basically S, A, B, C, D, F, right? So
Mm-hmm.
kind of like B and C are your middling tiers. F is hot garbage, and S is like reserved for the highest of the high best things. Now, I didn't have time to build my own list.
Okay.
What I did is I chose one of the kind of pre-existing lists in here that I thought was mostly inclusive of most of the candy that I think we can get pretty handily where we live.
Okay.
The one notable
There's a lot of good candy on here.
there's a lot of good candy on here, but the one candy that I don't see on here is red vines,
Okay.
which is the superior licorice, right? We can all.
It is.
It
It
is.
is.
You
It is.
made me a believer there. I
mean,
get.
here's the problem though, Drew. Like, I love all candy.
I
Ooh,
know.
except for almond joys. Fuck those.
Yeah. See. Okay. So here we go. Right now we're in a place here where we're gonna have to make some hard decisions. So here's the rules.
Okay. Now, do we have to come to consent? Okay, I'm gonna listen to the rules.
Yeah. So we have to come to consensus here. And I
Okay.
don't think we need to necessarily argue on these things. I think we can make cases for each one of these things. There's quite a few in here to rank, so we will work through them as we can. All right.
Okay. All right. Okay.
If and we each get one override. Like if we can't agree,
Okay.
you could actually no. I'll give us each 3 overrides because there's quite a bit of
Three.
candy in here.
Okay. Three veto. Okay.
3
I like
vetoes.
It. I like it.
All right. So
Okay.
you're gonna get a veto if we can't
Mhm.
come to an agreement, and we can't
Okay.
you can't veto a veto. It's like yep, this is where it's
Okay.
going,
Okay.
and that's what it's gonna be. Okay.
Okay.
So we have a list of candies here. Hopefully this is all being recorded correctly, and we will work through this. All right. So we're just gonna go in alphabetical order here. Well, whatever order this is
Okay.
originally in, right?
It looks
Okay.
like it's alpha.
It's pretty close.
It's pretty close. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
and some of these I think are essentially the same candy, which we'll get to that a little bit later. All right. So here we go. Right. So 100 grand bar. Perfectly fine candy bar.
Perfectly fine candy bar.
It's got the rice crisp in it. I like that it comes in little 2 pieces. I don't necessarily go out of my way to eat it though.
I feel like this one sets the tone for the whole thing because where we put this, you can
the
compare
baseline.
everything to 100 grand bar. I mean, it's a B or a C.
I'm gonna probably say B or C. We
B.
have to.
Okay.
I don't know. It's perfectly fine.
It's perfectly fine.
It's a C. I think it's a C.
We'll make it a C. Perfectly fine.
C.
Okay. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
now moving right along, Three Musketeers. So again, if 100
Mhm.
grand is the baseline here, Three Musketeers is one of my favorite candy bars. I love how smooth it is. It's relatively easy to eat.
Wow. I think it's a garbage candy bar.
Okay,
Garbage.
but hold on. Here's I'm gonna hit you with some knowledge here, though, buddy.
Okay.
You know what makes Three Musketeers really great, though, is they freeze amazingly. Okay, all right, fine. All right.
I'll give this one. I'll give this one to you. Whatever you want to put it.
All
I
right.
would personally give it an F. It's a garbage candy bar. Garbage.
All right, well,
Garbage candy bar. No,
uh,
you know what? I'd give it a D. I give it a D.
all right. I was
Because-
gonna
okay.
give it a B or a C. So
Okay,
what do you say we
I'll-
split the difference here, and we'll
Okay.
go C.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
All right, now we're gonna skip this next one because the next one right after is the same thing. Airheads.
Okay. Right. So I'm a very much a chewy candy kind of person.
Yeah,
I like
same.
it more than chocolate. Though Airheads, they're good, but they're not great.
Yeah, they get a little waxy after a while.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing they have going for them, though, is can you say, okay, yeah, I can. See, I was going to rate this a B or a C, but I think I'm going to drop it down to C, D category here because you know what flavor really turned me off to Airheads? Watermelon.
Watermelon.
Yeah, the watermelon flavor Airheads are really bad. I don't know. I'm thinking C or D here.
I mean, I just think if there's a 100-gram bar in front of me and some Airheads, I'm probably gonna reach for the 100-gram bar.
Yeah, fair.
So D,
all right, D. Airheads D. All right, Almond Joy. That's a hard F for B, dog.
I mean, I don't like coconut. It's gross.
Yeah.
Coconut should never be in candy at all. Ugh.
Yeah, hard F.
Ugh.
Hard F.
Okay.
All right. Fireball, which are the cinnamon hot boys. Cinnamon hot boys.
I mean, so if you get like a bunch of candy and there happens to be one Fireball in there, I'm like, ooh, a Fireball. that's a rare treat. But I never think, I'm gonna go buy a bunch of Fireballs.
Yeah.
Right.
So I have a personal history with this candy.
Okay.
That'll make you understand my ranking here very quickly. So, legend has it that when my mother was pregnant with both me and my brother, she craved these things and ate them constantly. To this day, I cannot eat a cinnamon candy. So this is an F for me.
Okay.
Unless you can convince me otherwise. Nope.
I'll eat Fireball. I won't eat an Almond Joy, but that's fine.
All right. Well, if you would eat it, I think that automatically classifies it to not be in the F category.
Okay.
All right. Baby Ruth, Snickers but worse. Changed my mind.
Oh, Snickers but better.
Ooh, okay. All right, sell me on it, buddy.
I don't know. It's just something good. It's got more nougat in it, and I think I like that. I mean, it's not A tier.
Right.
But it's equal to 100 Joy or maybe a little better.
Okay, all right.
100 grand, yeah.
Okay, so we currently have 2 chocolate bars sitting at C, and if you're telling me you would eat this over those, it's automatically a B, I think.
I would say B. Yeah, B. Okay, B.
All right. Skipping over to the next one because I don't know what that is. All right, here's an interesting one. Bitto Honey.
There was a point in my life where I really, really liked these, and now I'd much rather eat almost anything else.
Yeah, they're not good, right?
They're not good. They're not good. They're not good. They're not great.
Okay, so I guess the question is, are these D or F?
I'd be okay with either one depending on how you feel about them.
It's an F, buddy. Okay. Honey is good. A honey-based candy is not.
Okay.
All right, Blow Pops. I'm extremely fan of. I'm a big fan of Blow Pops. Right.
I love anything where you get a nice fruity flavor and at the end you get gum.
Yeah. No, the gum goes bad fast.
It does.
Let's be 100% clear.
I love it's A.
It's A.
It's A.
That's
A.
Good A. All right, Butterfinger, my absolute favorite candy bar.
I love a Butterfinger. It is a great candy bar. I think that's going to be our first.
I think it's going to be S tier.
It's got to be our first.
Yeah, it's got to be our first S tier, right? Because that is the Cadillac of.
It's great. It's a great candy bar.
All right, skipping the next one because we're gonna segue right into the real meat of this here. Cadbury cream eggs.
I love these little fuckers.
There was a period of my life where these were a staple of the Easter baskets in my house. I've sort of cooled on them in recent years though, so I'm thinking A or B here.
I'm okay. I'd put them in A.
All right, A it is.
I love a Cadbury cream egg. They're great.
All right, and then the one superior Cadbury candy is next. The Cadbury mini eggs with the little hard shell.
So those are the ones where like they're the malted.
Yes.
On the inside. These are.
Well, I don't think they're malted. I don't think they're malted. No,
okay.
those. I think you're thinking more like a Dum Dum or a Robin egg.
Okay. So are these? So what is in the middle of these? Is it just chocolate?
Solid chocolate, and they have like this crunchy exterior shell that's kind of flecked. They're the absolute best.
I disagree, but I'll give this one to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna use one of my veto powers and make this S because it's too good. It's too good, and I will not entertain anything else. All right. I can't tell what this next thing is.
That is a Milky Way caramel, I believe.
Okay, but Milky Way's coming up. We're gonna skip that one.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna classify that as a regular Milky Way. All right, cherry sours. I've never had these.
D.
All right,
D.
I can't comment. I haven't had it.
Okay.
All right, now here we go. We're back to another candy bar here. Nestle Crunch.
No, thank you.
Yeah, they're not.
I'd rather have something with a little bit more, anything besides crisp rice, really.
Yeah, they're not great, right?
Not great. Not great.
D. I think D. Yeah, D. All right, now this next one's an interesting one. Dots, the plastic candy.
Oh, okay. So if I have to, I will veto this. This is an S tier candy.
All right, you got it. I was gonna put it like B or C because I can like kind of mindlessly eat those, but they are pretty good. I just hate when they get like really stuck on your teeth.
I mean, I love sucking them off of my teeth when they get stuck. I mean, I know. I mean, I've been told I have a garbage taste in candy, and I think this is one of the cases. But man, I love Dots. They're so good. Oh.
All right, fine. S tier it is, man. You got it. All right. Now this next one, I'm gonna. Oh man, I'm really torn on this next one. Fun Dip.
My kids love it, but it's garbage candy. It's garbage candy.
I'll be honest with you. I don't use this as prescribed. I don't lick the stick and dip it. I eat the stick and then I dump all of the powder in my mouth to the point where I do like an accidental cinnamon challenge. Like it just all goes in my mouth.
I mean, at that point, it's like a pixie stick, right?
Yeah, I mean it is. It is. I don't know. C or D.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work for a candy. D. It's a lot of work. All right. This next one's an interesting one. Dove, the chocolate for rich people.
We occasionally have this in the house, and as far as chocolate goes, it's pretty damn good.
I would say that I can't. So the picture that we have in the tier list here is Dove milk chocolate. I will say that I am not a fan of Dove milk chocolate, but the dark chocolate they make is pretty good.
Yeah.
But again, if right now we got two candy bars sitting at C tier, right? I would never reach for a Dove over either of those.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I just don't think it's worth it.
Well, let's. I mean, yeah, let's put it in C tier. Let's put it in C tier.
All right, that's fine.
I think they're good. I think they're good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't take it over 100 grand or a Three Musketeers, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'd probably eat a Baby Ruth. All right, so sort of continuing that theme, right? Ghirardelli chocolate, which is supposedly really good chocolate. I can't say that I've ever eaten it directly.
I mean, it's good, but it's just slightly more expensive Hershey chocolate.
Yeah, I agree. But is it better? Is it better or worse than Dove?
Same. I mean, if you think it probably costs more, so that would probably drop it down to a D, simply because.
Yeah, it is expensive. Yeah, I think that's a solid point. I think that's a solid D for me.
Yeah.
All right, next one, Gobstoppers.
To me, Gobstoppers are like fireballs. Like, oh, a Gobstopper. I haven't had one of these in a while.
These make my teeth hurt.
There's sure a lot of Gobstoppers left, and then you never finish the box. So maybe even below. I mean, it's not good. D or F.
See, I don't know. I think I'm going to disagree with you on this one. The thing I love about Gobstoppers is you could suck on them in a little while, and then because they're sort of a layered candy, when you bite into them, they sort of disintegrate into all the layers, and that's a good feeling for daddy. I'm going to say C or D here.
All right, do it.
I'm going to put it in C.
Okay.
All right, now these next two are ones that I'm not familiar. I know what they are, but I haven't had them. So the first is Goobers, which Goobers.
Is that raisins?
Oh no, Goobers candy. Hold on, we got to Google this.
Is there raisins in this?
Milk chocolate, dry roasted peanuts. So they're chocolate covered peanuts. D.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of chocolate covered peanuts or raisins. Ugh.
All right, now the next one here are grape heads, which I think are the same as lemon heads except grape. I haven't had them.
I don't think I've had them.
All right, we're gonna leave this one out. We can't accurately rank it.
Mm-mm.
But you know what? We haven't done that with goober. We got to take goobers off of that merit too, then, right?
But you've had chocolate covered peanuts before.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I have. I mean, I guess.
I guess it can stand in for chocolate covered peanuts.
All right, it'll stand in for chocolate covered peanuts,
which is a disappointing candy, really.
All right, now here we go. Now we're getting someplace here. Ready?
I love gummy bears.
Yeah, Haribo Gold Bears.
And those are the best gummy bears there is.
It's at least a B or an A.
A.
Yeah, A.
Now, granted, if there's dots or gummy bears, I'm going for dots. But gummy bears are good.
Okay, yeah, this is why the tier list exists. We're establishing boundaries. All right. Heath bars.
Not a fan.
They're okay. They're just okay. I would probably firmly put these in a C or a D.
I would do D or F. So D.
D it is. All right. Next up, your classic Hershey bar.
That's a solid B.
That's a damn good piece of chocolate. Solid B. Yeah. I love my grandparents owned a drugstore, and I was like weaned on Hershey's chocolate bars because they would just bring those home. And I'm not talking about the little boys. I'm talking about the big slab, like the TV tray size, right? Like it was like big honking piece. And they broke into those little squares, but you didn't feel quite as bad about eating a whole bar. Right. All right, now this next one I have strong feelings. And there's a couple other Hershey's in here. We're just going to kind of leave those out for now for the interest of time.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Hot tamales.
I like a chewy cinnamon candy.
Okay.
I do. Always have. Not ashamed of it. But it's not as good as gummy bears. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like cinnamon candy, period. So this is going to be a pretty low ranking for me, but we can average it out here. Where do you think?
Let's put it C. Let's put it in a nice C with gobstoppers. Yeah.
All right. Now okay. I don't know what that next one is. I think that's just a generic jawbreaker.
Yeah, it looks like a generic jawbreaker. I mean, to me, what's the difference between that and a gobstopper?
Yeah, we don't need to rank that one. All right. Now the next one though, classic Jolly Rancher.
I mean, that's a good quality B candy in my book.
Yeah, it's a solid B. Solid
B.
Not an overachiever, just middle of the road, solid candy, adorning office desks everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
If there's a dish of Jolly Ranchers and I'm walking by it, I'm grabbing one.
I'm grabbing them. Right, exactly. All right, here we go. Junior Mints.
Well, I like chocolate and I like mint and I like them together. There is something about Junior Mints that are
texture.
It's kind of off-putting.
Yeah,
it's the
they
texture.
don't. Yeah, they messed it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
They messed it up. Like it's just like they have a sheen to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not. They're ungood.
I feel like I'm like accidentally eating backgammon pieces. I don't know.
Yeah. Like, is this actually yeah, it's D or F. D or F.
Yeah, all right, we're gonna go D. All right,
D. Okay.
All right, here we go. Now here we go. And I'm really curious where this one's gonna land. Kit Kats.
To me, that's a B or an A.
Yeah, that's an A for me, dog. I love a good Kit Kat. In fact, I know that there's different flavors of Kit Kats out there that are gaining popularity these days. Kit Kat will always get a high rating for me. It's definitely not an S tier, but Kit Kats are the way to go here. Now, the candy bar you only see in Halloween fan sizes these days, Crackle.
I mean, that's just a Crunch bar in a different wrapper.
Yeah, that's somehow worse. That's an F.
Okay, yeah.
Somehow worse. Okay. Now, Airheads did not fare well in our ranking so far. Mm-hmm. So how do you feel about Laffy Taffy?
I like Laffy Taffy.
Laffy Taffy's pretty good. They got some good flavors.
They got some good flavors.
Classic cherry, classic grape.
It's got a good texture. You get a good amount I think, it's sometimes the wrapper sticks to Laffy Taffy a little bit more than like an Airhead, but I'd much rather eat Laffy Taffy than an Airhead.
Yeah, 100%. So we know that this is going to rank above a D tier, but is it enough to get out of C and into B?
I could put it in B.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you.
How do you feel?
I feel good about B. Now one of my personal favorite candies, lemon heads.
I I like sour candy. Uh, lemon heads are fine. I mean, they're not Sour Patch Kids. I mean, we'll get to that
Oh,
later.
we're getting there,
Um,
buddy, and I already know where that's going. As a matter of fact, let's just get that out of the way right now.
the only thing bad about Sour Patch Kids, we put Sour Patch Kids in S. If you're just listening, we just jumped and
yeah,
it
we
went
just
right in
we
there.
jumped line. We know.
The only bad thing about them is they are so good. You eat so much and you
Your
rip
mouth
holes
hurts.
you rip holes in your mouth.
Well, do we want to factor in the harm this candy does to our mouth
No,
and or
no,
okay, all right.
no.
Yes,
It's all about flavor. I mean, I would put lemon heads below Sour Patch, so I'd put them in the B, maybe A tier, depending on how you feel about them.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in an
Okay.
A. Not gonna use a veto because I heard you say A, but I'm gonna throw that in A.
They're good.
Lifesavers,
Nah.
perfectly average. I do
Yeah,
like
they're
them.
just-
I do like them.
When was the last time you thought to yourself, I should go out and buy a pack of Lifesavers?
But see, that's the thing. Much like the Jolly Rancher, I don't necessarily go out of my way to find Lifesavers, but I'm finding that I see like a bowl on an office desk that have Lifesaver mints and sometimes, if you're lucky, the Lifesaver flavored rings.
Yep.
And I'll go ham on those. I love those friggin' things.
Okay.
I would say a B or a C. I mean, they're better. They're every bit as good as a Jolly Rancher, in my opinion.
Okay. That's fine. I won't argue.
All right. Next up, absolute classic, regular M&Ms. Uh-oh. Really?
For me, they're just fine. There's nothing special about a regular old M&M.
Okay.
They're just nah.
So okay. So we have other chocolate treats on this list.
Mm-hmm.
Are they as good as a Hershey bar?
No.
Are they as good as a 100 Grand or Three Musketeers?
To me, no.
Okay. Are they better than a Crunch bar?
They are better than a Crunch bar.
Okay, so
I guess that puts them in, for me, a C. But if you want to rate them higher, go right ahead.
No, I'm good with it. It's mindless chocolate.
Yeah, it is mindless chocolate.
However, peanut covered M&Ms
are worse. They're worse.
Oh, Paul,
They're worse.
Paul, my boy, really?
In fact, I'm gonna veto this is an F tier candy. They are
Can't override it.
Bad. They are bad. Bad.
I can't veto.
Bad.
I can't veto a veto, but I want to go on record as saying I strongly disagree with this ranking.
Okay,
I think.
Okay.
No. It's done. It's done. No takesy backsies. Nope.
I'll give him a D. I'll give him a D.
You give him a D. All right. They're not as bad as a Crackle Biddle Hunter Almond Joy. Come on, man. That is the garbage tier.
I just don't think they're as good as regular M&Ms.
See, I definitely think that these two M&Ms are on different tiers. I just think we have them backwards.
Oh, no.
I think that peanut is better than regular.
No. In fact, anytime I go for M&Ms and they're peanuts, I'm always like, oh.
Okay. All right.
That's sad.
All right. Moving right along.
To me, it's just a goober in a different package.
Oh man, no, it's so much better than goobers. All right, Mike and Ike.
I enjoy Mike and Ike's.
Okay.
I know they are not for everybody. To me, they're a C tier candy. I mean, they're not great. I'd rather have a Jolly Rancher or a Laffy Taffy, but they're good.
I would rather have Dots than Mike and Ike, and I feel like those are the same candy, except Mike and Ike's I think are a little easier to eat.
So that's why I like the Dots because they're hard to eat.
Like a
something
little bit of
about
difficulty.
The texture of Dots, I enjoy. I love them.
Okay.
I love them. Love them.
Mike and Ike, solid C tier. All right. This next one I'm curious on. Milk Duds.
I love Milk Duds.
I hate them.
I love.
Well, hate is a strong word. I don't know.
To me, it's an A tier candy. To me. I would eat Dots over any of the other candies in A, but not quite with the S tier stuff.
Milk Duds have never clicked for me.
I love them. They're just so. So where would you put them when we can compromise?
Well, I don't like them at all. Like I would put these as a D, but if you're gonna rank them as high as an A, we can't we can't put them in D. How do you feel about B or C? B, maybe?
That's fine. B. Let's put
All
them
right,
B.
B. What's the difference?
I like Milk Duds. I like Milk Duds.
Milky Way.
I also like Milky. So, do you prefer Milky Way or Snickers?
Oh, Milky Way, 100%.
Okay, same boat for me. Same boat. I enjoy a Milky Way.
Okay, so using the other chocolate bars as a benchmark here, are we better than a Hershey's bar?
I think so.
I think so too.
If there was a Milky Way and a Kit Kat, I'd have a really hard decision to make.
Yep, agree. I would definitely put Milky Way in the A tier. Mr. Good Bar.
What the fuck is that?
It's something with peanuts. It's garbage. F. I don't even know. Even the logo offends me. Like it's just. All right, here we go. Nerds.
I like Nerds.
I like Nerds a lot. I've liked Nerds my entire life. I had them when I was a little tiny wee boy, and I loved them ever since.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
A or S?
I'd be okay with either one. I mean, they're good. Like S. I mean.
Yeah, I'm gonna go S.
You gotta go S.
Gotta go S on that one.
Classic. They're just classic.
All right. Now and later, Starburst somehow harder to eat.
They're fine. I mean, to me, I'd put them in the same category as Airheads.
Yeah, all right.
You know, D's.
Yeah.
A good solid D. I don't know.
There was a time in my life where I really liked them, but I don't like them anymore. Okay. One last go at M&M's because I think that these have enough of a cult following that we need to rank them. The peanut butter filled M&M's.
I like those better than the peanut ones.
I do,
sure.
Yeah. But are we putting them on the same tier as regular, or are they better than regular?
To me, I think they're better, but
all right.
I could make an argument for not as good.
No, I'm okay with that. I think that's the place to be with that. All right, Pez.
I mean, the novelty of Pez is the dispenser. The candy itself.
I could give a fuck
garbage.
About the dispensers. I love the candy.
You like the candy?
I love the candy, man. The strawberry ones just hit different.
Man, I just think they're just. To me, it's like Fun Dip, only worse. But I mean, you do you. You like Pez? You rank it. I'm gonna abstain.
Solid C candy for me.
Okay.
All right. We'll skip over this. Pop Rocks. Yeah, they're not worth it. They're not worth the pain that inflicts. All right, now this next one is an interesting one. Because I don't see these on shelves a lot, but I've eaten a lot of these growing up. Razzles.
Razzles are bad. I just think they are not good. Like, I'd much rather have a Sweet Tart or even a Smartie. Razzles are the ones that like
they turn into gum.
They turn into gum.
They turn into gum.
They don't taste. I don't think they taste good.
Yeah, they're okay. I would say C or D.
Okay.
Want to go D?
I'll let you take D. Yeah.
All right, let's go D.
I think I put them in F, but if you kind of like them, we'll put them in D.
Yeah. Well, they get a stay of execution. Okay. All right, Red Hots.
No, I'm assuming by Red Hots they mean like a kind of harder shell.
Yeah.
Cinnamon candy.
Yeah. So Red Hots are a type of candy that is, again, cinnamon flavored. They're little tiny flecks, so you could suck on them and then give them a good little bite. I've gone on record. I've gone on record as saying that I don't like cinnamon candy. So,
yeah, I mean, I'd much rather eat a hot tamale than a Red Hot. So I'd rather not eat a Red Hot at all, actually. So, like, we could put that. If you don't like it, you can put it in F.
We'll tank that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think we're coming up on a potential S tier next, and that's Reese's Pieces. Excuse me. Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
I mean, okay, they're good, but I don't think they're S tier. I'd much rather eat a Reese cup than a Reese Pieces any day. Any day.
Well, then agree. So can we say Reese's Pieces A, Reese's Cups S?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
yes,
no argument there.
Okay. Absolutely. Okay.
I don't know what that next one is. I'm going to skip it. Rolos.
I love Rolos.
Love Rolos, buddy.
Love them. Love them. So
Perfectly sized. The caramel's always gooey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. A or S?
Yep. S.
All right, S. Another S.
S tier.
Killing it.
S tier.
Skittles. Another perennial favorite for me.
Skittles are good. They're good. I don't think they're S tier.
I don't think they're S tier either.
They're definitely A or B.
I'll go B.
A.
I'll go B
Okay,
because
B?
Skittles
Okay.
have this thing where like they're not consistent. Like sometimes you'll get like a really chewy one, as sometimes you get a really hard one in there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like Russian roulette for your mouth.
Yep.
So I'll go B on that. Smarties.
D.
Yeah, they're not good, right?
They're fine.
They're chalky.
I mean, I like them better than Razzles, but I mean, they're not. They're meh. I mean, I'll eat them, unlike a Bit O' Honey or a Mr. Goodbar, but D's fine.
I'm bumping them up to C. Like we
Okay.
can't. Like
Okay.
I would eat them over anything in D. I think.
Okay. Yep. That's true.
Except for the peanut M&M's travesty. Yeah, it's
you're just wrong about it. That's okay.
it's okay. I'm wrong all the time. Snickers bar.
B.
Yeah, all right.
B.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
up
I'd rank it under the Milky Way, and the Milky Way is B, and I think it's a classic, right? Like
yeah, it's right on par with the Hershey's bar. I feel like those two could fight, and if they fought 10 times, each of them would win 5 times. I don't know. All right, snow caps.
Snow caps.
They're some sort of chocolate with some kind of confectionery on top.
They're garbage. They're garbage.
F. All right, now this next one.
Okay.
I really like a good spree.
I also like sprees.
I'm thinking B or A here.
I could go with A for sprees.
I really like them because you can suck on them a little while. You can get a good flavor out of them, and then when you bite into them, they're really powdery.
Yeah.
They're
good.
They're
I
like what
them.
Smarties should be. B or A.
Yeah. I'd go with A.
Yeah, A is
like
good.
sprees.
A is good for me. Starburst.
For me, A.
A at least, right? Starburst are delicious, even though you have to unwrap them.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Sugar daddies and sugar babies, right? Because sugar daddies I haven't had one of those in probably 30 some years.
Same, maybe even longer. Yeah, they're
not good. They're not good.
They're very hard to eat.
I don't remember them ever being good. Swedish Fish.
I mean, to me, I put Swedish Fish at the same level as like Skittles, right? It's a B for me. I like the Swedish Fish.
I really like Swedish Fish. I was gonna go A.
A works.
Yeah, A works for me.
Works.
Sweet Tarts.
I like Sweet Tarts.
I like Sweet Tarts a lot.
I mean, A or B. It's not an S tier.
It's not S. I agree with you.
A or B.
I feel like if I eat too many of them, my mouth hurts. Like they're they're a little too sweet.
There's a lot of citric acid in those. A lot.
I'm gonna go B. I don't know. B for me. I don't know. What do you think?
Okay. B works. B works.
All right. Toblerone, the only candy you might ever buy at an airport.
I can't even say I've even ate a Toblerone. I'm also listening to the point you skipped over a really good candy bar here.
Oh wait. Oh. I was gonna skip over that because I don't think they're good at all. Okay, fine.
Oh, I like them. I would put them in this. I'd put them above a Snickers bar. I think they're good.
I can't say that I have had a lot of these.
Okay, we're talking about the Take 5 bar.
The Take 5 bar.
It's got pretzels in them. It's got pretzels.
Yeah, it doesn't have rice, right? The crisp in that is the pretzel.
It's pretzel. It's a pretzel. I enjoy them.
So you want to go? What do you think? A?
I mean, if my opinion, I'd put them in the A tier.
I can't say I've ever eaten more than one of them, so I'm going to defer to you. We'll put them in an A.
Okay.
All right.
Now, Toblerone, I don't have an opinion on it. I can't say that I've really ate it enough to really.
Yeah, I haven't either. I think I might have had a piece of
experience.
one time, and I thought, yeah, this is chocolate.
Yeah, it's chocolate.
I don't know. I will leave it out. I don't feel we can make a good decision on it. Okay. Tootsie Pops.
I mean, if you're going to eat a Tootsie Pop, why don't you just buy blow pops instead.
That's when I discovered that these are two different things, I remember exactly where I was. I think they're garbage.
I mean, I wouldn't put them in F, but they're a solid.
They're
D.
a solid D, and you know what? So are Tootsie Rolls. Changed my mind.
Mm-hmm. You know, I'd much rather have a Tootsie Pop than a Tootsie Roll, personally. I mean,
Are they F? Tootsie Rolls F?
You know what? D. I'll eat a Tootsie Roll. I will eat a Tootsie Roll. Yeah. The F is candy that is just not good.
Yeah. Okay. So this next one is trolley crawlers, which are gummy worms that are sometimes sour, sometimes not. I'm gonna go ahead and rule this as anything trolley makes.
I mean, it's good stuff.
It's all good stuff, man. It's all good.
We have the chewy sour stuff very high. We have Sour Patch Kids at A.
Yeah.
Sour Patch is S. We have Gummy Bears at A. I mean, it's an A or an S tier candy. I'd be okay.
I would agree with you. Let's go A on this one. It's not quite S in our opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now here we go. Twix. It's got the crisp. It's got the caramel. It's got the chocolate.
But for me, it's a B because I'd much rather have a Kit Kat bar or a Milky Way. I mean, they're good, but they're not Milky Way good.
I agree with you. By merit of the other chocolate bars we have on this chart, I think I'm with you here.
Yeah.
Okay. Twizzlers. Okay, so before we answer here, if Red Vines was in this list maker, where would they be?
For me, Red Vines are an S tier candy.
I would say a Red Vine is an S or an A for me. Twizzlers are not as good as that, so I think we can agree that they're not S or A, but are they B or C? Because they're definitely not D tier.
I would put them in B. I like Twizzlers. I like Twizzlers.
Twizzlers a B. Warhead sour candies.
Again, I'm a chewy candy guy. I'm not a big hard candy have to suck on something for a period of time title.
Yeah, say that again. I missed it. What was the title?
I said I don't want to suck on something for a long time or something like that. I don't know.
Done. Okay. So I remember, again, I think I was like in maybe 5th or 6th grade when Warhead sort of hit the scenes in our local candy shop. I dislike them for a number of reasons. One, they're individually wrapped. Stop it. Starburst alone reserve that honor. And I guess Cadbury eggs, even though that's like a whole meal. But like Warheads are individually wrapped. They were originally meant to punish, right? So you would give them to the younger kids and watch them recoil in horror, right? They were more of a meme than I think people realized for the time. And they don't taste very good. I don't think they're very good at all. I would go D or F on this.
Let's put them in D.
Whoppers.
All right. I only have one veto left, so but I have to hold on to it for something else.
Okay. Well, state your piece here.
Okay. I really like Whoppers.
I do too. They're malted.
I really enjoy them.
They're malted.
They're good. They're malted. It's good. It's really good. I like them. To me, they're an A tier candy.
I don't disagree with you.
Okay. All right. Good.
All right. There's a lot of like tropical and like weird flavored Skittles in here. Screw that. Yeah. All right. York peppermint patty.
Great. It's a great
candy.
Not S tier. I mean, you could pull my arm and put it in S tier, but it's definitely A tier for me.
No, it's an A. Okay. It's an A tier. It does not quite get into the S tier for me.
Okay.
Yeah. It is a fancy treat for a fancy boy or girl. Mm-hmm. It really is. They're again individually wrapped chocolate, peppermint inside of there or whatever the kind of mint it is, but it's creamy. It's good. I really wish Andy's candies were on here because I feel like the only thing better in this kind of class of candy than a York peppermint patty are Andy's candies. But they're not on our list, so we can't rank them.
They're not.
Okay. Dum Dums.
I mean, to me, Dum Dums, it's a sucker form of a Tootsie Roll.
They're just kind of there. There's all kinds of weird flavor, all kinds of weird flavors. Like you get them at your grandma's house.
I mean, maybe a C put them with Smarties, but I mean they're fun. C or D.
I think they're a solid C. They're right in the middle.
Okay.
They'll do in a pinch. Okay. I don't know what this last one is on here.
I don't either.
I think they're just like the old
safety pops or something.
Yeah, they just look like regular safety pops, which we're not even gonna bother. We're not even gonna waste our time with that. What's left on here that we haven't ranked that you want to rank?
I mean, M&M caramel are also. I think those are also good.
M&M caramels.
Have you had those?
No.
I think they're better than regular M&Ms. That's me. Of course, like I also have Milk Duds at B. So like.
Yeah, I don't. I agree with you on pretty much everything else on this list except that one. I think Milk Duds are freaking disgusting.
I had to veto that one, right?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. But you said you were holding your veto for something else. I'm curious.
I was afraid you didn't like York peppermint patty, so I was going to.
No, dog. Come on, man.
Okay, all right. So
all right.
I was good.
Okay, so if you've been listening to this, here's what we're gonna do. So I have recorded our entire process of putting this together. My challenge to the besties this week is to, first of all, if you were listening to this and you thought we were just flat out wrong on any of this, first of all,
I think there is one thing we have to rank on here.
All right, hit me.
One more candy we have to do. I think it's Hershey with almonds.
Hershey with almonds.
I think we need to talk about that.
Okay.
Because that candy's not good. It's not a good candy.
Almonds are not a dessert.
Almonds ruin is what you add to things to make them worse.
Yeah.
You ruin things by putting almonds in them.
Yeah, and you know what?
And that goes for your mouth.
Yeah, and
your mouth by putting almonds.
I'll go one further. If you were ever in school in a time where you had to sell candy bars,
right?
I feel like there was chocolate, peanut butter, crispy, and almond, and you never sold an almond except to a weirdo.
Yeah. If sometimes you had caramel instead of the peanut butter, and those would sell pretty well, but the almonds would never go. And you'd be that person like, I'll take an almond. You're like, really?
Yeah.
They're all the way in the bottom of the box because nobody wants them.
I need to go. I need to go now because I'm in danger. All right. Well, if we're gonna do that one, we might as well do the Hershey's cookies and cream.
I don't like those.
I don't like them either. It's a D. Is it a D or an F?
I mean, they don't have almonds in them, so D.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, almonds are the bottom of the barrel. Anything else we did not rank on here? I mean, there's Snickers with almonds. We might as well throw that in there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't feel strongly about any of those.
Yeah, I guess I haven't eaten any of these other ones.
I mean, I've had payday. I mean, I could rank the rest of these. I've eaten these enough. What's the other M&M ones? Except for the grape. I don't know what a grape
birthday
is.
Cake? I don't know. It's got a picture of a cake on it.
Okay. No, I don't think I've had those.
No.
Okay. I'll say, Cadbury caramel eggs. I like caramel and chocolate, but the balance is just wrong on these.
Yeah.
Right. There's too much caramel in there.
I feel like we have enough history with Cadbury cream eggs to know what we should expect from this wrapper, and I feel like it's gonna screw it up.
Mm-hmm. It's like you see one of those, you're like, ooh, it's a Cadbury cream egg. Oh, it's a Cadbury caramel egg. Like
yeah.
D.
The yolk's gone bad. D. All right.
Yep. A caramel Milky Way. I'd put that like as a C candy. It's fine. Let's see what else. Well, paydays aren't good.
No, they don't have almonds.
The rest.
Okay, well, hold on. Since we're doing this, right? So there's tropical Skittles, and then there's some other flavor of Skittles.
I mean, Skittles are all good. Put Skittles
disagree.
All in B.
Disagree. If they're not classic Skittles, they don't belong in the same tier. I'm gonna put those. Put those in a C.
Okay. The other Snickers thing, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
I think
peanut butter Snickers. Peanut butter Snickers.
I don't think I've ever had one.
Can't say I have either.
I mean, I can imagine what it tastes like. I don't have an opinion.
Yeah, we can't rank it then. We didn't rank Toblerone, but I think that's just for lack of evidence.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the rest are like grape heads, which I don't think either of us have had.
Yeah.
Airhead bites, which are just airheads but smaller.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I think we're good.
I think we're good. All right. List complete. So there's the list. Thank you for listening to us go through that. Tell us why we're wrong or tell us why we're right. We will also, once we get this uploaded to our YouTube channel, which we have, and we've only used one time so far, I will take this video and upload it to YouTube, and you can watch us make this tier. So Thanks for watching this. We're gonna stop the video right there and get back to the podcast.